UAlbany head football coach Greg Gattuso in studio with Armen and Levack, 104.5 The Team. The UAlbany football program reports to camp this Thursday to start the 2015 season. Last year they went 7-5, started turning this thing around in Coach Gattuso's first year, ready for the second year. And Coach, I told you earlier about how Levack is a diehard Yankee fan. It's I call them pinstripe pants to put it into perspective.
A listener actually brought me a pair of game played Yankee pants because he calls me pinstripe pants.
Nice. Do you wear them around?
I've got them on right now.
It's below the desk. It's like
I never take them off.
Right.
I'm glad it didn't stand up.
That's right. You're dang right.
They're very form-fitting.
You have a guy on your staff who's a diehard Yankee fan as well.
Yeah, our offensive coordinator, Joe Bernard, is a
very wise man.
He's unbelievable. The first time I walked in his house, I mean, he had Yankee stuff hanging on the wall. You know, like when you're 12 and 15, you have your, well, you guys have some stuff up there, yeah. But I always tease him that he has Thurman Munster pajamas with the footies, you know, and the little flap in the back and pinstriped, and I promise you, he actually has them. So, but he's a diehard Yankee fan, and so we get after it a little bit.
Well, I mean, you know, it's a tradition. There's pride in it. It's worth doing. It's fun. It's really the only team worth rooting for. Way better than anything in Pittsburgh. So I understand him completely, and I now am even a bigger fan of your offense.
You're putting me in a tough position here in the Capital Region, but I just, you know, I went to a store yesterday, and the guy behind the counter was wearing a pirate hat, and I said, "Hey, nice job with the pirate hat." And his quote back with me was, "I'm a Yankee fan. This is just my style." Oh. So I kind of laughed about it, and then I said, "Well, you know, the Pirates have a better record than the Yankees." And you would think I said, you know, that something crazy, you know, there's 3 moons, and you know, and there's no way that's true. And I'm like, dude, you got to go check your deal because the Buccos are for real. So be careful really over there.
Well, that's the beauty of the Capital Region. I will say that the fandom here is so widespread. You realistically, I can insult any team you want right now, and somebody in the Capital Region will be offended because they are a diehard Houston Astros fan.
Yeah, there's a lot. I've noticed, you know, my wife and I still see a bunch of Steelers stickers on cars, and you know, we see Steelers shirts, so it's nice. There is a great mix up here. It is really one of the rare places I've ever been that has so many different teams that they cheer for. Yeah. It's almost like we're New York, but you know, the Patriots and everybody.
It's hard to keep tabs on sometimes.
It is, you know, but it's interesting. But I know this. I hope the Yankees go far because I'll be cheering for them. And my friends back in Pittsburgh were furious with me last year because I kept sending Ranger pictures out to everybody, you know. So I said, I'm a New Yorker now, so I'm allowed to cheer for the Rangers and everybody. The Yankees, the Rangers. I'll jump right on the bandwagon.
Same with Texas boy over here. Armen, you know, he grows up in Dallas, and now you ask him a Cowboys question, he's like, I'll have to look into it. You ask him a Giants question, oh, yeah, well, if you check the linebacker depth, but you know, like he's completely.
We're on your home for New York sports, coach, you know.
Absolutely. Well,
you got to be all in, baby.
I mean, you got to convert Cowboy fans, don't you? Yeah. I mean, it's just, you have to do it. You just can't. They just don't know any better, you know, and it's sad. I think we can appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I mean, they don't even realize that they don't have the most Super Bowl wins.
No, they don't. Steelers just.
I like how you brought that up just for Coach to jump in.
I like Coach. We have Calvin Beecham on the show pretty regularly, and I'll bust his stones so bad. But I like, so I'll, you know.
All right, good. Well, I'm glad. Stay off. I can live with the jokes but the Penguins, you know, I'm a little more sensitive about. So I'm a big Penguin fan.
All right, good to know. Coach Greg Gattuso, UAlbany head football coach with Armen and Levack, 104.5 The Team. You mentioned, you completely submerge yourself in New York sports and UAlbany and what this city, what this town yearns for. And you kind of get that vibe when we're at UAlbany football games too, that's kind of what you guys are all about.
Yeah, we are. You know, I've been telling everyone I talk to that we represent all of our alumni in the University at Albany, and we hope to make them proud. But we carry the name Albany on our shoulders, and we want the Capital Region to embrace us. You know, when you go around, the Miami Hurricanes aren't just the Miami Hurricane alumni, you know, University of Pittsburgh, all these different places. We want to represent the Capital Region. We want to bring people in to watch our games. And we talked about who's coming in here. If you like football and you can't get fired up to see Villanova and New Hampshire and all these great football teams we're bringing in here, then maybe you're not quite a football fan. But we need the support, and there's nothing better than a full house cheering at Bob Ford Field. I mean, it rocks, and it's. We can get about 10,000 people in there, so we'd love to have the support, and people have been great. I'm amazed at the difference in the recognition as I go around with my family and people that are really, go, hey, coach, and they're starting to really pick it up, and it's awesome, and we love it. And so if you're out there and you see me, don't be afraid to say, "Hey, Coach, man, that makes us feel good," and hopefully another fan in the stands.
It's a testament to what you've done in such a short amount of time, by the way, as well.
Well, that's you guys put us on the air, I mean, we love about that. I love being on, so that's great, and we're trying to do more and more, and so we're working hard at it.
Well, UAlbany as a whole, I mean, Will Brown and the basketball team doing what they've done, Scotty Marr, the lacrosse team, on and on and on. Mark Benson, I mean, I give him a hard time as the athletic director, but this guy has put together, a great atmosphere, and I love Bob Ford Field. Okay, fine, stop begging. I'll come and hang out every home game.
All right, great. That's awesome. No, Mark is tremendous. I think, under the circumstances, what he's done in the past year has been outstanding. He's such an energetic leader. I always tell him he's an external guy. He loves him. I mean, I was in New York City when it was like 2 a.m. We were walking back from a function, and I was like dragging him away from people. I mean, he's talking to everybody on the street. I told him, I said, if someone,
you guys
don't
should
expect
come up
me
to
to back
Albany.
you up. No, he's genuinely a good man, and he's very social, and he puts people at ease. And you mentioned other coaches. I tell people all the time, Coach Abe is unbelievable. She wins like crazy. Yep. She runs an incredibly good program. Will does an incredible job. Every year he's there. More people see Albany across the chest in the NCAA tournament than you could ever get out in advertising. Scott Marr, the work he's done has been tremendous. Our track program is through the roof. Coach does a good job there, and it's a successful place. And we have our coaches really get along well, and I think that's nice. But ultimately, it's a tribute to the athletes and the school and the type of people we're able to bring in. So hopefully we can all keep it going. We got to catch up. We got to get in there. We got to win this conference and put football in there with the success the other programs have had.
What are your expectations in year 2?
We're always, nothing ever changes for me. If I could show you a goal sheet from my first job as a high school coach, I mean, I wrote if you remember old Three River Stadium, my second year in high school, I wrote it across the top of in paint of our practice field walking in. And I said, that's where we're going. That's what we want to do. And we did that year. So my expectations never change. We want to win it. We want to win the CAA championship, and we want to go to the playoffs and have a shot to win a national title. And I get criticized for it once in a while, but why else would I be doing this? We're going to try to get there.
Coach, I'm ready, man. I'm ready to sign. 39-year-old freshman. I'm ready to play for you. Let's go.
Well, I've been watching you move over there, so I'm thinking.
So he's going against it because.
Well, we have a spot guys carry the water around sometimes at practice.
All right, so I'm the water boy, and then can we get Tuba Boy out in the field?
He's so active. I might let him play a little wide receiver or something.
You put him on the field before me?
Look at his mobility and things. I mean,
he's allergic to fresh cut grass, Coach.
That's fair.
We have turf.
Yeah, winning. Look at my arms though. It's like pipe cleaners. It is kind of disturbing.
Well, I meant on the scout team.
I'm all right with that.
But he's a great decoy. Nobody's going to pay attention to him.
And if you guys ever have an opening at sousaphone in the band, I'm in. I'm your sousaphone player.
I don't know what that is, but I'll
let's work on that then.
That might be my favorite reply to your band nerdiness. I don't even know what you're saying.
It's a marching tuba.
Remember now, I've never seen a band, so I've always been in the locker room, so I never actually saw the band play.
So maybe I'll have to give you guys a private concert during a halftime one time when they're talking and stuff like that. I'll just be in the background like boom, 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 boom.
Can you play the national anthem? We'll bring you out to play the national anthem for the crowd one day.
I don't want to disrespect our country. I don't know if I'm that good at it.
Can you imagine a halftime show? Like you guys are in there, you're up like 3 touchdowns, you come out and get stomped because he just takes the energy out of the room.
Everyone left. Everyone's like, what happened? What happened to the fans?
Exactly. UAlbany head football coach Greg Gattuso has been hanging out with us all day long. Coach, thanks for being here. Your team opens up training camp on Thursday. Best of luck of you guys. Again, September 12th against Rhode Island is the home opener for UAlbany football, on September 5th on ESPN3 playing at Buffalo. Coach, you're the best. Thanks for being here today. It's been fun.
It's been a great experience. Good seeing you guys in person again, and we look forward to a great season.